Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are on day 3 of our Goddess Purnima 9-day process. So if you have not been following along, if you're just tuning into this video as the first one, I invite you to go back to the very first video about Goddess Purnima and check out what we're doing and follow along from the very beginning. That way you can have the full experience. You can pop into this video and get benefit from it too, but to get the full benefit of what we're doing, follow along for this 9-day process. And if you can't follow along every single day for 9 days, that's okay. We are allowing the universe to support us in syncing up our timing. The work we're doing is leading to the day of Guru Purnima, which I'm lovingly calling Goddess Purnima this year, in honor of the ultimate guru, which is the goddess of creation, the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call all that is, and that divine intelligence that can move with us and support us in shifting energy, in shifting our consciousness, and embodying states of being that allow our dreams and visions and ideas to come true. So Goddess Purnima, Guru Purnima, is a particularly auspicious day for us, and a particularly auspicious day and full moon for working in a co-creative manner. So we're co-creating in this 9-day process, and today we're focused on working with the north direction, and we're working with the Father intelligence that guards the middle world. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into sacred space. So I'll just invite us to come into stillness and connect with the breath, knowing that today's practice will be a lot about stillness. Maybe noticing what came up over the last 2 days as we worked with the south and west direction, noticing what may still be present for you. And just allowing your breath to guide energy where it needs to go in your system. If you feel any tension, any discomfort, not judging it, but just recognizing that as a sign, a clue about where we need to focus today. And just continuing to stay connected with the breath, gently breathing in, allowing that life force energy to renew your body, your mind, your heart. And gently lengthening your exhales, making your exhales longer than your inhale, allowing this process of breathing, of conscious breathing, to bring stillness to your body, to your mind. Allowing this slow breathing to relax your nervous system, knowing there's nowhere to be, nothing to do right now, other than just be here now. So just continuing to focus on the breath, I'll begin to do our opening mantras, bringing us into sacred space together. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharadram Vishnu Sachivanam Chaturbhujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarvavignopashanti. Om Bhurбhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as we stay in this space together, let's turn to the north direction. And let's invite the north direction to come into this space with us, to be with us, to work with us. Knowing that we just worked with the south and the west, working with the process of letting go, working with the process of facing our fears, working with the process of facing death. Knowing that that process may continue to unfold, but inviting the north direction to guide our path forward gently, benevolently, peacefully, asking that the north direction help us align with the path that is intended for our souls, with the highest calling, the highest destiny of our souls, the will of spirit for us, allowing that divine plan, that divine design to come to pass under grace. Knowing that the north direction is where we connect with the realm of spirit, and inviting all of our highest level guides, masters, our non-physical team, our highest level helpful ancestors, and any helpful allies who may support us today in bringing harmony to our fields and helping us find that place of stillness and peace after we stirred up some energy in the south and west direction over the last couple of days, asking that these incredible allies, all of these different aspects of universal consciousness that we can work with, who are part of our support system, our support team, asking that their love, light, and wisdom surround us and guide us, asking that we maintain our connection telepathically from our heart, energetically, in whatever way is right, with our team in spirit at all times, inviting their benevolent intervention in our affairs to support bringing heaven to earth, to support our ability to hold a state of universal harmony and unconditional love for ourselves, for each other, for the world around us. Knowing that in the north direction we connect with that place within us that can love. So maybe tuning into what came up for you over the last couple of days. I know I had some opportunities to face some fears and to let go and to release, and it was beautiful and hard also, and that's normal. And just tuning into that, tuning into what has come up for you, what might be present right now, and knowing that with the north direction and with all of our allies in spirit, we can find our way back to love a little easier. So just finding your way to love right now. And if that doesn't feel achievable right now, sometimes it's a little hard to find our way to love. Maybe find your way to gratitude or find your way to forgiveness. Sometimes we have to forgive ourselves, others, to be able to find our way to gratitude and love. And the North direction can help us with that. And we can always call on our guides and our allies to support us in that. So just taking a moment to send some love to those parts of you that have felt challenged, have felt not enough, have felt worried or doubtful or fearful, and just loving yourself, loving it all. And again, if that doesn't feel achievable right now, just offering some gratitude to even be able to be in this sort of process. Even when it's hard, I try to find my way to gratitude. If I haven't gotten myself all the way to forgiveness or all the way to really loving the whole situation, I can feel grateful. I can feel grateful that I have the opportunity, I have the privilege, I have the awareness to be able to engage in this work. And that is really something to be grateful for. So gratitude, forgiveness can help us find our way back to love. And anytime we do have stuff coming up, anytime we have negative emotions or we're feeling a lot of, discomfort within ourselves, or we're feeling anger, or we're feeling fear, we are doing south and west direction work. So keep that in mind, that the cardinal directions can also work with us at different times in our lives. And you might have even experienced, just by going through the first couple of days, engaging in this process, spirit and Father consciousness, the keeper of the lower world, has supported us in finding what we needed to find, and finding what we need to let go of, what we're holding on to, even if it's just a feeling about ourselves. So we can engage in these processes and call on the help from these cardinal directions, and know again that the North direction is where we call on our help from our allies in the spiritual realm, our power animals, our ancestors, our guides, our masters, and our star family. So we ask for their support when we're going through the south and west direction work. We ask for their support to help us stay aligned with the will of spirit, with our divine calling, our divine path. And today we're also calling on the keeper of the middle world. In Hindu mythology, or if you're an advanced yoga practitioner, you might think of this as Vishnu. This is the operator consciousness. This is the part of Dattatreya that operates our illusions of physical reality. So we'll just take a moment together to connect with this aspect of the divine masculine consciousness. Maybe taking a moment to thank the keeper of the lower world for working with us over the last couple of days, supporting us and tuning in to our inner world, tuning in to where we still need to heal and transform and write new stories and install new beliefs. And now asking that the keeper of the middle world guide the peaceful, benevolent, harmonious integration of that work that we did in the lower world, asking that the keeper of the middle world guide us in experiencing true peace and stillness in the present moment. knowing that when we have found our way to gratitude and forgiveness and love for all experiences and all parts of ourselves, we can find that peace a little easier. And just knowing that the keeper of the middle world helps us find presence. So anytime we're struggling with finding our center, with finding the now, with finding our presence and our sense of awe about life around us, we can call on the keeper of the middle world to help us with that, knowing that the keeper of the lower world pulls us into the past, sometimes for good reason, so we can work with things we need to work with, and the keeper of the upper world, which we'll work with tomorrow, pulls us into the future. But we don't want to stay there because we're meant to be here now. So it's good for us to pop into the past and pop into the future and do some energetic work, some consciousness related work with both of those aspects. Or if we need to work with death, we can work with the keeper of the upper world around that. If we need to rewrite soul contract or beliefs and install new empowering beliefs, let go of those limiting beliefs, we work with the keeper of the lower world because all of that stemmed from the past. But then we want to bring it together here in the now. We're meant to stay here in the now. So anytime we're finding our mind moving too much towards the past or getting stuck in the past, replaying stories, that might be a good indication we have a story we need to rewrite. We might want to do a journey to the lower world to start that process. That can then help us come back to the middle world right here, right now. And we can call on the keeper of the middle world for help with that. We can call on the keeper of the middle world to guide perfect outcomes, knowing that as we work with the north direction and we work with the keeper of the middle world, we are actively calling on the grace that guides perfect outcomes. And it is our process, our ability to stay present with ourselves, with life, with each other, that allows that grace to shift and alter reality around us, and allows grace to guide us to that perfect destined outcome. So let's just take a moment here to be in stillness together. Knowing that you can connect with your breath, to stay present. And again, just noticing where in your body do you not feel at ease right now? Noticing thoughts that may be present. And just letting them come and go. Knowing that when we resist or we fight what is, we're moving ourselves out of the present moment. And again, sending your breath wherever it needs to go in your body to move energy, remembering that we are anchored, connected deeply to Mother Earth. Maybe visualizing that energetic pyramid that we built on day one, imagining that white light of truth and protection streaming down from Mother, Father, Source, down into your energy system, your crown, all the way down through your chakras, seeing that light move through the walls of the pyramid, seeing that golden column of light, that golden light of grace and abundance streaming up from Mother Earth, allowing those lights to meet at your heart. Informing a perfect return to grace, to presence. And again, maybe just taking a moment to notice where presence might feel hard for you today or might feel a little challenging, noticing what's been coming up in your thoughts or where you're feeling unease in your body. And let's give that to the fire together. So just like we did the last 2 days, let's just continue that releasing process from the south and the west direction to help us really come into presence today. So anything from the past, anything from the future that might be rolling around up here, just letting it go, knowing we like to go into the past and future, but we also like to be here in the now, and that's what we're doing today. We're going to allow our system, our mind, our heart, our body to just be here now. So whatever can't stay with us in the here and now, let's blow it into this leaf. Okay. And now we'll give it to the fire. And just taking a moment to notice what has shifted for you just in this short time as we've been together. Knowing that we have the support of Mother Earth below us and Father Sun above us. We have the support of the light of truth and protection, the light of grace and abundance. We have the support of the keeper of the lower world, helping us access our subconscious, our unconscious. We have the support of the south and the west directions, helping us gently and benevolently release and let go and face our fears and move through transformative processes with ease. And we now have the support of the north direction, the realm of spirit, our allies in spirit. Alignment with our soul's path, alignment with the divine will, of this universe with the highest divine plan, aligning ourselves with that path of destiny. And we now have the support of the keeper of the middle world, helping us navigate in this illusion of physical reality with presence, with peace, from a state of harmony and unconditional love. And before we wrap up our practice today, I'll invite us to connect with a mountain somewhere in the world, knowing that the north direction is also where we connect with the sacred mountains of this world. You may know a mountain that you already connect with and bring that into your awareness. If you're not sure, let's just set the intention together for you to find your mountain. And this is important because mountains are where we can connect with wisdom. Mountains support us in connecting with the highest levels of wisdom. You can think of mountains as representative of our path of ascension, of our path of scaling the tallest peaks and rising higher and higher and higher and higher as we embody wisdom, as we learn, as we grow. So connecting with a sacred mountain can help you traverse this path of ascension with the intelligence of that mountain as part of your team, as an ally for you. So I have a number of mountains that I like to work with, and I like to think of the idea of connecting with this mountain as another source of intelligence, another wisdom keeper ally. I think of mountains as wisdom keepers. When you think about how long mountains have been around, right? Like all of this has been around a long time, but with how the earth has shifted and changed over the millennia, mountains have seen it all. Mountains are holding the wisdom of eras on this planet. And so we can think of mountains as symbolic of holding this much broader perspective and a higher perspective. So find a mountain that is a really tall mountain, and one that can act as a wisdom keeper ally for you, one you can call on for support. If you need help holding sacred space to rise to a higher level of wisdom, call on that mountain. If you are working to acquire new wisdom, calling on that mountain to support you in connecting with the highest level wisdom available to you, right? There's a lot of information on this planet, but we want to connect with the highest level wisdom. We want to source our wisdom from the highest mountaintops. So that's the intention we want to have as we work with mountains. And you can even go to the mountains and visit and work with the mountains in nature, in ceremony. There have been times where, as part of my journey, when I've been working through something and I'm working on a breakthrough, and I need some like physical support in that, I have gone and scaled a mountain to work through that and to climb that mountain and to climb, my path of ascension within myself, and to do that symbolically, physically with the mountain as well. So there's a lot of ways you can start to work with mountains as symbolic of the north direction, as symbolic of wisdom, of finding the path for your soul, of embodying your soul's wisdom, of embodying higher levels of intelligence and wisdom in this universe. And you can even think of mountains as the resting place of the gods. And I like to think of the gods as star family, as our allies, our galactic team, our galactic family. And so I like to think too of mountains as symbolic of being in connection with Again, the highest levels of wisdom, love, and intelligence in this universe. So just taking a moment now to connect with that mountain for yourself, or if you're not sure, just setting the intention for you to connect with that mountain in the right time for it to come into your awareness. And just asking that this mountain, this sacred peak, guide you, guide you forward in how you connect with, embody, channel divine wisdom for the good of all. Asking that this mountain intelligence of Mother Earth guide you physically where you need to go. And just knowing that the mountains can also help us find presence. If we're struggling with staying in the present moment, we can ask our mountain to hold space for us, to sit with us. Thank you, mountains. Thank you, keeper of the middle world. Thank you to our allies in spirit, star family, masters, guides, angels, ancestors, power animals. Thank you. Keeper of the lower world. Thank you. Thank you to the Father consciousness that operates the lower world and middle world. Thank you for our ability to transform, for our ability to illuminate the darkness, for our ability to integrate new ideas and beliefs that are more true for us now. Thank you for our ability to co-create with this universe in powerful, benevolent, peaceful, loving ways for the good of all. And thank you for this day of peace and presence. Okay, with that, we'll wrap up for the day. Don't forget to do your mantras. We're doing 2 mantras a day, 108 times each day, if possible. If not, 9 times or any multiples of 9 that you can do. So remember to do those as we proceed through these days together. And I'll see you tomorrow, where we'll work in the east direction and we'll do a journey to the upper world. And we'll work with that aspect of Father consciousness to help us really align with destiny. Okay, I'll close us out with our closing mantras. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. As a quick reminder before I let you go, you also have access to a ton of free affirmations. There's a link below. Use those in your practice. If you need some reinforcement, if you need ideas of new positive, empowering beliefs that you want to be working with, check those out. If you need help with releasing, there's affirmations for that. So you've got a lot of additional tools you can work with too. Okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye for now.